Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Pop's Reviews, and sorry I've been away for a while, but I actually have another review I was wanting to do. This is a bit of a different review, and it's more on, I guess, the adult side of reviews. Um, so as you can see here, I have three Blu-ray DVDs here, and they are Grindhouse films. They are Planet Terror and Death Proof, Machete, and Machete Kills. Now these are Grindhouse movies. They're like kind of like over the top action, over the top, it's like sex and over the top, just whatever extremes they have in these movies. They're to the extreme, and they were usually movies that were done in the 70s, and yeah, they're not more of a man friendly type film. Not really for the ladies too much. I mean, there's ladies out there that probably like these, but yeah. So there's lots of movies. There's lots of different movies. These are just three movies here that I have, but this is not really the review I was wanting to do. The review I'm wanting to do, I just got in the mail yesterday, is the as you can see here, it is the Bolt Action comic. Okay, this was a Kickstarter that I had gotten, and it's called, it's a Bolt Action, and it came in this package. So let me unbox the package here, and this whole package here, it's a comic book, and it comes with a few different things, but the comic or graphic novel is based on these movies that I was showing you behind me here. They're based in that kind of style. So let me just do the unpackaging here. So just give me one sec here, and I'll unpackage it. As you can see, it kind of comes with a ticket. Now I've already read the stories here, so just give me one sec while I do this. It's hard to do this with one hand, so give me one sec here. You take this out the packaging so you can see it better. Great. Okay, so this is the main graphic novel, and I got the holographic cover. And like I said, this was a Kickstarter. So because so here's the full book here, as you can see, and it's a shiny book. I got the holographic edition because I love these Grindhouse movies. There's all different types of Grindhouse movies. Black exploitation, even some of the kung fu movies are Grindhouse type. All kinds of movies. So I was actually looking up different comics to see if they had any different comics that were in the Grindhouse field, and I did come across this Kickstarter. So I was like, wow, someone was actually making a Grindhouse type comic, and this guy, this is done by Tim Tyler, and I've already read it already, so I'll give you a bit of a review at the end of this while I show you guys what my package came with. But yeah, like it's done in the Grindhouse feel, like of these types of movies here. So like it's different. It's a different kind of graphic novel. It's an adult graphic novel. This is not for kids at all. But if you like these types of movies, what are some of the other movies out there of Grindhouse? There's there's those Caged Heat movies, and what else is there? I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Like The Last House on the Left is kind of Grindhouse, or I Spit on Your Grave, or like the Shaft movies for black exploitation, or the Foxy Browns. So this is what this book, this graphic novel is kind of representative of, and it came with these extras. It's too bad. I would have liked to seen what he would have done if it was like really, really fun. Like this, it did fun, but I would have liked to seen what other extras we would have got. Like this, the graphic novel itself, this book here is the main book, and he did about maybe close to 80 pages. It's actually a nice, decent, thick graphic novel. And the quality of it is really good. The quality of all this is really, really good. So I'm impressed with the quality and everything. And it came with a few extras. So he did a ticket. So I'll just take out the ticket here. Just give me a sec. They did like a ticket that you would have got to go to these kind of movies here. So that's kind of cool. It's a different, it gives you the kind of feel of like how it was, when you had to go watch these movies in the theater. And these were the kind of tickets you probably would have got to watch the movie. And yeah, so it came with that. And then, let me just take that off. And it came with a kind of a folder type book. So this is the art. Now the art in this is really beautiful art. Solicio Scaramanga's Meat 2, the final cut. Your expiration date is here. So yeah, beautiful art. Really good art that it was done here. Just give me a sec here. Now this picture I flipped over, it's on the adult side. There's another person out there, his name is Captain Strangelife's Comics and Collectibles. He does a more, also an in-depth view of his package, so you can see a lot of the stuff in-depth more on his as well, so I'm giving a shout out to him. And yeah, so a lot of different artwork. It's really gruesome and gory, a lot of the stuff here. But within, it's all within this grindhouse genre. And so you see Me Too, like, so a lot of advertising in that, just like those grindhouse movies. And then this here is kind of like a little fan magazine that he made as well, to kind of like, go along with the theme of the grindhouse. Just trying to open this here. So you get, hang on a sec. Yeah, lots of. There's like a movie poster that was done, kind of like a East Indian hero fighting against the dead or whatever it is, like an advertisement for a movie. And then there's like different advertisements and different write-ups and stories. It's actually, if you're going to read the graphic novel, it's probably good to read this little little magazine that they made, and it kind of goes along with the story. And then there is he also comes with a art picture for one of the stories in the graphic novel, but I'll let you look that up on Captain Strangelife's on his site. You could see the picture that was given. And then, yes, and then I had bought, like I said, the holographic edition, just because I thought you could buy this, and there was about maybe 4 different variants. There's a regular cover like this plain, and then there was another cover that was a little more explicit, and then there was what do you call it, a blacklight edition, and then there was the holographic cover. So I got the holographic cover. I thought that was kind of neat. It'd be different, as you see, it's reflective in that. And, it's since I was just getting kind of like a one-off comic kind of thing, like I thought, oh, I'll make it special, and I got the holographic edition. So I'm very pleased with it. It's very nice, very shiny. This is the back, just advertisement for Rat House Comics. And, yeah, like it came with also this, the certificate of authenticity, and it's signed by Tim Tyler, and I'm not sure who the other signature is, probably the writer or the author, whoever. So very cool, like a lot of extras for this Kickstarter. And then if you open it up, now this book here, this graphic novel. So here's kind of some of the art, as you can see, and it comes with like three different stories that are in it, 3 short stories, or 3 short movies, and they're really good. They're they're done good. Some are they're kind of done. There's some more art here. So I really like his art. It's really, really, really good. And the good thing about some of the stories, they make, what do you call it? They have Easter eggs or references in it. So as you can see here, some more of his art. So really, really good art. And like I said, there are 3 short stories in here. One is called Satanicus Gate. One is called the Hong Kong Hell Camp Women's 2. And the other one is Bullet for a Platinum Angel. So yes. And the stories are really done good. They have here's some more at the back of the book. They have advertisements like for other Grindhouse type movies and stuff. So you kind of get the gist of what maybe Grindhouse movies are, like Night of the Living Dead and those types of movies and that. They're all in the Grindhouse genre. So yeah, so you kind of get like the feeling of what Grindhouse is. He does 3 short stories, like I said, 3 short movies. And I'm not sure like if he would have got more funding if he breaking down all the movies here. Oh well. So I'm not sure like if he would have got more funding if he would have had he would have had maybe it would have been more color. It would have been maybe the whole graphic novel would have been all color, or maybe the stories might have been a little longer, more in depth. The 3 stories that I read, I think the first one, the Satanicus Gate, is kind of like almost like a commercial. I was feeling for the story, so it kind of led you in a commercial type way. The second story, the Hong Kong Hell Camp Women, was kind of a mix of inspired by maybe like the caged women in the cells, and then like it has like the blood sport influence on it. And in between, he has some references for Delirious, the comedy of Eddie Murphy. If you maybe there's an Easter egg for that. Easter eggs. There's lots of different Easter eggs in this. I should say that you could tell that he's watched and kind of put in here that's maybe influenced him. So I did notice that there was a Delirious Easter egg if you watched Eddie Murphy's Raw or Delirious, sorry, and then the last story was, about a woman kind of fighting off a werewolf guy's gang, and a lot of action, car explosions and stuff like that, just like the Grindhouse movies. So the stories are all done. I wish like I said, I wish he maybe would have had more funding to do a little bit more with the stories, maybe more with the art. Like it would have been maybe full color, but he did what he did with the funds, and it's a good little package. I'm really impressed with the little package I got for a Kickstarter, and this was my first Kickstarter. Well, not my first Kickstarter, but my first graphic novel comic Kickstarter. So kind of cool. Like I was very, impressed. I usually do the miniature games for Kickstarter, and I'm kind of cutting down on that, but for this though, this is really different, and I actually really enjoyed this I did get a couple other Grindhouse books in the past, and the stories were okay on it, but I wasn't pleased with the content that was in the book, and I'm not going to go into details about it, but I'm just going to say I wasn't, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, but overall, this was a really good package, and like I said, this is a total adult themed package. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of over-the-top violence and gore and that type of thing. So not for the kids, but if you're into the Grindhouse fashion type movies and you want to read it in a graphic novel, comic book form, I definitely would recommend it. And yeah, definitely keep him in mind. I mean, it's great that a guy like Tim Tyler has Kickstarter, that he's able to do his own production and, not have to worry about the banks trying to fund you in that. So that's the great thing about Kickstarter is if you have an idea, you can get it funded from other people that share in your idea. And so yeah, I wish I wish him all the best. I wanted to try and do a decent review on this here, and hopefully I've done you some justice here. And yeah, if in the future, I know he has a different few books that he has. One's called Fiends, which is another series like on I guess a horror genre, and I can't remember the other one offhand. But yeah, maybe so. This might have done well for them, the Bolt Action series, and maybe he might do a second edition sometime. So yeah, so this is like I said, a total different review. More on the adult side, like I said, but very good package. I'm very well pleased with it. And if you're gonna want to check him out, maybe check him out. Tim Tyler, he's with again the people here at Rat House Comics. So this is, I mean, I think you could find him on Facebook if you look him up. And if you ever want to try and look at this, it's a good read. So, okay, so. All right, so if you have any questions, comments, you can leave them in the comment section there, and I'll try and answer you if you have any questions. And yeah, this has been another Pops Reviews on Bolt Action. So thank you for your time. Okay, bye-bye.